you guys? I hope you're having a good evening. So I just wanted to come on and talk about this story that's kind of all over the place about Tommy Sotomayor. Now, to my understanding, I didn't see the episode. I don't, I'm not here to promote these people. Um, I will promote Shay, of course. Shay Means, and this is the young lady that he got into it with on the podcast with Ren and Stimpy, aka Fresh and Fit. So I didn't see the episode, but I watched her interview with Kwame Brown, and she was explaining how she met him and how they both all ended up on Ren and Stimpy's show. Now, to my understanding, the way she's telling the story, she met him before she was ever on this podcast. She's an Instagram model. She also has an OnlyFans. And to her, what she's saying to Kwame is that he had her Instagram taken down. Now, I'm assuming this episode was within the past couple of days. And she's saying that he made a bunch of, I guess, reports on her page on Instagram, and it was taken down, and she's trying to get it back, or she might start a new one. But the way she's telling the story is that she met him. I guess he reached out to her, and I told you guys these guys do this. They reach out to these girls, and they, particular black women that they want to um, try to work it out where they can disrespect them or whatever it is that they're trying to use women for. And so she's saying that he reached out to her and she asked her if she had any friends. And this is where this other girl came in to play. Um, and I forget what she said. I think her name is Bladia. Is it pronounced Bladia or Claudia? I couldn't really tell what she was saying, but you guys can always go to Kwame's page and watch the full interview. It's about 30 minutes long. I'm just going to kind of summarize what she's saying. I might play a couple minutes of it because I have a couple minutes of it. Um, she was saying that he reached out to her and asked her if she had any friends. So she hooked him up with the friend, and and her. They decided that they were going to work together on some podcast on his OnlyFans. That y'all know he got this OnlyFans now, child. Anyway, and it's not just a podcast. He also has adult videos because I guess back in the day, Tommy used to be an adult star. Anyway, don't get me started. That mess makes me laugh every time I talk about it. But anyway, yeah, because he has some stuff on Pornhub as well. But anyway, and then I don't know. I guess until he could get to make new videos, he was using his old videos, and I was calling it vintage porn. But anyway, but now, to my understanding, he's hooking up with people and kind of creating new content. And then he will also have a podcast on OnlyFans as well. I don't know. I'm not. I don't. I'm not subscribed to anyone's OnlyFans page. But anyway, so she said that they were going to, her and her friend Claudia, I'm calling Claudia, it might be Bladia, we're going to work with him on a podcast for OnlyFans. And so he said he was going to fly her to Atlanta because he's based in Atlanta. He was going to fly her and her friend to Atlanta so they can work on the podcast, right? Because, he think he is the Black Hugh Hefner child of OnlyFans. The old Black Hugh Hefner, not the young one. Anyway, so he flew her and her friend to Atlanta, and she's explaining to Kwame that when they got to his house, they talked about the podcast and everything. And then I don't know if he was putting them in a hotel or not, if he explained that to them, but he did pay for their tickets. And then I guess he started saying a little funny style stuff about if girls don't, act right, he don't pay for their tickets to go back home, right? So he could put this in the air. And so she said that they started talking about the podcast, and he was saying something about they need to make content as well. Content as well. It's funny. You gotta go listen to her tell the story. But she said he was saying they need to make content as well. And so she said no, she's not interested in doing anything like that. And she said that her and her friend was like, well, if you want us to do anything like that, you're gonna have to pay us 5,000 each, right? You know, and he said no or something, and I guess the friend decided to take him up on it or whatever if the money was right. So she said they end up spending the night at his house, and the friend, slept in whatever room he assigned her to, and she just slept on the couch because at that point she was uncomfortable with him because they had already told him that they just wanted to work on a podcast. They were not interested in doing anything else because they also have their own OnlyFans pages. Um, Now, that whole situation happened, right? She said they worked on the podcast while they were there in Atlanta, and then, they went back home. So then Ren and Stippy, aka Fresh and Fit, reached out and asked them, and you guys know that that's how they get the girls that are sitting at that round table, which I thought it was only for 20 something. I thought it was a young crowd. I didn't realize it was bringing in the Geritol. I be talking gang shit, huh? I didn't realize they was bringing in the Geritol crew. So they brought Tommy Sotomayor around there. And so she didn't know Tommy was going to be there. That's what she says, anyway, allegedly. She didn't know he was going to be there the day she got there. Because I guess they have guys on there as well from other podcasts or what have you. And so Tommy was the special guest, right? And so, and like I said, I thought it was a 20 something crowd. So I would think that they would keep the guys within a 20, 30 range. Tommy Child is about 50 years old. Child. Anyway, so she said that her and her friend, the same girl now, went to the podcast. Now, they said, and you guys already understand that Ren and Stippy, they talk to these girls like they're, ridiculous. Like they don't have good sense. And that's their tone for their show. And I don't know why women go there, in particular, Black women. I do not understand why Black women are showing up for this foolishness. But I digress. Now, she said she went. To my understanding, like I said, I have not seen this podcast. If you guys want to come on, you can. I put the link in the comments if you guys watch any of that. But anyway, she's saying the friend is light skinned and she's a brown. She ain't even that dark skinned for him to be trying to act like she's a dark skinned girl. She's not. And you guys see her picture on my cover, I'm sure. Um, and so anyway, she says that she and the friend went to the podcast, and Tommy started talking crazy, of course. And Tommy is the original fool on YouTube who started all this talking crazy to Black women. I don't know if you guys know his history, and I don't know how long you guys have been on YouTube, but he's been on YouTube for a long time. And when he first went viral, the very first time I ever heard of him is when he went viral several years ago from getting into an argument with a Black woman at a gas station. So if you guys don't know his history, that's why he do the stuff. That's why all of these people are doing what they do. Is because people could go viral for starting arguments, for fighting with each other. Anyway, I don't know, it was something really petty. I think they were fighting over the gas pump. And so, he started cussing the Black lady out at the gas station, calling her all kind of names and stuff. And so she stood behind him in his camera so everybody could see her. And she started lighting him back up. She was talking back to him. And so they just kept going back and forth. They went inside. I guess he went inside to pay for his gas, and he was still talking crazy. Came back out. She was still cussing him out. They went back and forth for several minutes. And then, he was still cussing her out even after she left. And so the lady ended up going to YouTube as well. She, back then, I don't know if she's still on YouTube or not. I doubt it, but this was a long time ago. It's probably almost 10 years ago. It was a long time ago, however, it's somewhere in there. and she came to YouTube as well because he went viral over that argument because it was kind of funny. It was kind of going back and forth. She was getting in his camera, like I said, standing behind him, and she was cussing him out. And so she came to YouTube and started cussing and started cussing him out on her own channel. Okay, so they were still going back and forth, and that's how he went viral. So this is why he attacks black women, but at the same time, he wants to sleep with all the black women, okay? Because when you go to that Pornhub, and you go, if you probably go to his OnlyFans, and some of those girls that he have on OnlyFans, he will post them on his Instagram as well. And all of them, the majority of them, 95% of the women that he is doing whatever with on OnlyFans are black women, okay? Now he may sprinkle a little something else in there when he can, but for the most part, 95% of those women that he has videos with are black. Even this older stuff as well, the stuff that's on Pornhub is black. Those are black girls, and his children are black. Okay, he has children with black women. Even that new baby mama, the one he just had, a year or so ago, is a black girl. So I don't know why he trying to convince people that he hate black women so much, but he love, as DJ Quick say, black. Okay. So anyway, she said that they started getting into it. He started talking about her father. I'm going back to the story of Shay, and she spells her name Chay. She said that he started talking about her father, and that's what she got upset because her father just passed away like last Monday or something. And so when he started saying stuff about her father, I guess she got upset. The word is that she hit him. Okay. Now Tommy done had that ass tapped before. I don't know if you guys saw that video where he went to this black event. I don't know why he tried to go to the black event. See, you don't like black people, you hate black women, but you try to go up to the black events, right? Real black people now, not not his kind, real black folk. He done went to the event that this lady invited him to speak at or whatever. Because I don't know. He says that he was a DJ or something at one time. He had a radio show. I don't know. I don't know what city he came from, but I know he lives in Atlanta now. But long story short, he went to this event. This was a few years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and these guys roughed him up. I don't know if you guys saw that video. It might still be here on YouTube somewhere. If you put in Tommy getting choked, you put in Tommy ass getting choked, it might come up. So these guys gripped him up now, and she was telling the guy was telling the lady that was holding her phone up, screaming and hollering that it's a black woman saving his behind. And I guess because she had invited him there, she was screaming and hollering for the guys to let him go. They were telling him, "Don't say nothing else about black women. Don't say nothing else, or we gonna." And the lady is screaming and hollering, "Let him go, let him go." And so they start telling her, "Put the phone down, put the phone down." And she wouldn't put the phone down. And that's the only thing that was saving his behind. But you should have saw them eyes popped out of his head because he was scared. And he wasn't trying to fight nobody. He likes to talk all this tough talk, but he was scared. And you could see it all over his face. And then he started saying that he was married. I guess he was married at that time. He was saying he was married to a black woman. He said, "I'm married to a black woman. I have black children." You know, and so only because that lady wouldn't put her phone down. That's the reason. Only reason they probably didn't like really haul off on him because obviously she would have that evidence if they would do that. And so that saved that lady. It was a black lady that saved him from that behind whooping. Okay, for him to act like he can't stand black women so much. But anyway, so people have been already attacked him, and then he almost got into a fight with Tariq Nasheed as well at Vlad's studio some time ago. Tariq walked up on him, and he was looking scared again. He was looking scared again. But anyway, I don't. And that video is out here as well because I think Vlad was, or his people, or somebody was the one who put that up. Um, they were both in like the back room waiting to go on his show or whatever. One was on and the other one was going to go on after. I don't know why they both were there at the same time, but that video is out here as well. So people have already tried to get with him. So he should know if you're going to talk all this talk, you might have to deal with some consequences. Um, but anyway, so the lady Shay is saying that she did not hit him. To my understanding, the video was taken down or it was paused because they are trying to protect their own show, um, more so than protect her, right? Because if anything, YouTube may take their channel down or whatever. I don't know, but or YouTube might end up taking the video down anyway. So they, to my understanding, they made the video private or something to that effect. I don't know. Um, so Tommy is over on his channel saying that he's gonna call the police and make a police report and all this stuff. And then, he said, "Why should I allow someone to just do that and get away with it or whatever?" And to my understanding, if she did hit him, I don't know. I did, like I said, I did not see the episode. If you guys saw it, let me know in the comments. Um, but she is saying that she didn't hit him. He is saying that she hit him and that he was escorted out first, and then they escorted her out, to make sure that they did not see each other again. Now, he's over there screaming and hollering, talking about he's going to file a police report against her for putting her hands on him. And, you know, saying that she got upset because she was jealous of her friend. She got upset because the girl is light skinned and he was giving her all the attention. Well, the way she was saying it, she was never trying to give him attention ever anyway. That even when they went to his house, she was not trying to give him any attention. So the story really don't add up the way he's trying to say it, like, oh, she's mad because, and I think that he's just trying to create a fake, light skinned, dark skinned type argument between these women. Um, he was also saying when Shay got up and was escorted out, Claudia or Gladia or whatever her name is, the light skinned one, did not leave. She stayed at the table. Mind you, these women did not go there together. They were both booked to go there. And so he was saying that the light skinned girl did not leave, but she was escorted out and he was escorted out. So I don't know, you know, but she was saying that she was not necessarily her friend, but she was the one hooking the girl up. Like she hooked her up with Tommy when they went to work on the podcast with him. And I think she said that the girl also made content with Tommy. So, which means now she has some type of connection with him if she's doing physical stuff with him, right? So, I mean, maybe that's why she didn't get up because you guys have that type of relationship. And so she said the light skinned girl made content with him. So maybe that's why she didn't get up and leave. I'm going to play when he said, he called Ren and Stimpy because Shay is saying that he's been talking bad about them. And I think that he has said something about them before because he says something, he talks crap about everybody. Okay, first of all, anybody that he thinks is gaining like clicks and views and stuff like that, he is going to attack you. They don't mess with you unless you have like a big audience, right? So I think that he probably has said something about Ren and Stimpy before. I know a lot of these YouTubers have said things about them. A lot of the guys like O'Shea Duke Jackson and I think even Kevin Samuels. All these guys, they say stuff about each other because they want to start these arguments for the clicks and the views of it all. So I'm going to play when he made a phone call to Ren and Stimpy.
If I was talking bad about y'all, I said to your motherfucking face, like I'm saying now. If I got anything to say, I want any man, you or anybody else, to know. If I got a problem with you, I'd say it to your damn face. Right. Don't believe what no damn woman is saying, but if you want to believe it, that's fine too. But I ain't been nothing but respectful to y'all. So if a hoe can come tell you something and you want to go with it, that's on you.
No, I don't believe her. I'm just saying, like, I didn't hear your side of the story.
I don't even know what she's talking about. I just saw when I put up my post, people said, you need to explain what you said about Fresh and Fit. And I was like, what the fuck did I say? I just had to show motherfuckers text messages where her and the other girl was lying. Claudia was up here texting me saying, I didn't know she wasn't a friend of mine. I'm done with her. And I was like, nah, bitch, they sitting up there telling me that you told them that you got me for $2,500. So now you got to lie on me too? Y'all drunk. I don't want to have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, you said that. This connection for $2,500?
Yeah. They're just them making up lies now. So here's what happened. You get into an argument with me online, which I don't even know what the argument was about. She's been jealous of that other girl because when they both came to my house, the issue was she didn't like that me and Claudia was getting along. So she left. She was upset.
Oh, so she left out?
Yes. And then you could see it was the same way tonight. The chick with the big titties was on me. The one that was sitting beside me was on me. So that was bothering her then. And because the whole time she was all on me. How this girl go from I wanted to fuck from my OnlyFans, I be fucking bad bitches, to her then?
Yeah, so he's saying, because that is what Shay said. Shay said he paid Claudia $2,500. Remember they asked for $5,000 each, but he paid her $2,500 to make the content on OnlyFans. So that's what I'm saying. The girl didn't get up and leave. She didn't get up and leave, maybe because y'all had some type of connection, right? If she knows she can get money out of you, and maybe he made some type of, I mean, I don't know. Is $2,500 enough? Like, should you not be asking for more money than that if these videos? I mean, I don't know how much the videos make. I don't know. So I guess I can't really speak to that. Like, but he allegedly paid her $2,500 to make this video, this content for OnlyFans. And so he's saying that that's not true, that she was doing it for, I don't believe that. I don't think anyone would just go and make a video that you're going to make money off of for free. And I think $2,500 is on the low. But I don't know. I don't know how much money he's making on his page or what have you. So I don't know. But yeah, let me see. I'm going to play a couple minutes of Shay talking to Kwame and to Mr. Skinny.
Realize that I put everybody on around me. I don't gotta hate on nobody. I need my whole team to win it, bro. I look like winning and team not me. Over there trying to clown me. Like he really was trying to clown me last night. I'm not even lying. And he kept those slugs. And I was letting that rock. I swear I was letting it rock. But I was just like, you know what? When he called me and did that whole ass shit, I just lost it. He knowing that I just lost my father. My emotions are out the roof. So did y'all even hear what he said? Father, that's why he dead? Nigga said this shit. Like, that shit hurt me. Myron, he felt my pain because that's like, bro, you don't say that. I don't know how mad you get. Don't speak on hey, period, point blank. Because I never once spoke on your dead people. I don't speak on the dead. Speak whatever you want to say about me, but my daddy didn't deserve said about him knowing I just buried him Monday.
Well, I apologize to you for that, but he gets on the internet every day. He talk about my dead mother. There's another YouTuber saying she's going to go down her grave. So I definitely understand what you were feeling on that one. And I'm glad that you allegedly hit him so hard you messed up the gout in his foot because he deserved every punch.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember hitting nobody. I thought I swung.
Exactly. I didn't even see that.
What you talking about, sir? I hit the air. I don't know if somebody was in the way, and because I was just swinging because the air was too much, close to me. So I just, reacted to the air. That's it.
Exactly.
And Miss Shay, I got a question because I seen your text messages, and I reached out to you before your Instagram got took down. And I know how your Instagram got took down because those are the tactics they play. They'll initiate something then when you fire back, they'll just keep flagging it and flagging it till Instagram take your shit down. But I reached out to you because I seen when you posted the text messages. Was those your text messages, or was those the text messages from him when he said that I lost my dad to cancer?
That was from him. All that, that's how iPhones is. The gray is him, the blue is me. So
basically, he was trying to simp off his daddy.
I thought he didn't know his daddy, Mr. Skinner.
Well, he told her that he lost his daddy at 28, and after she rejected his sexual advances, it seemed like he was trying to use his dead daddy to get.
Oh,
she didn't ask that.
Wow.
That's what I was going to ask you. Was he trying to tell you that for you to like? Because I noticed that you was never ever responding to his messages.
I did it because I didn't like him after I kept going on Instagram seeing how he was.
So when he gave you that message about his dead daddy, was that basically like his last attempt to try to get you to respond back? Because he was because see, this is what I don't understand. Now all of a sudden he calling you all these here and all this here shit. But in them text messages, he was talking about how beautiful you look, and if anything he did, he apologized.
Yeah, and I didn't even show all the messages. Only if y'all can see what he was texting me while I was inside the house. Did I do anything wrong to you? I like you more. I like you more anyway.
So yeah. So you hear what she's saying? Like, he trying to finesse people, child. He don't have no game. Okay. Tommy don't have no game. I'm sorry. I just cannot. And I cannot. Anyway, she's saying that she was posting some text messages from him. And so he was flagging her page. And that's how she ended up losing her Instagram page. But she says she's going to start a new one with the same name. Her name is Chay Means. But yeah, and when she's saying that he was texting her in the house, she was at his house. That's when her and Claudia went to work on this podcast. And she was, like she's saying, she told him that she was not interested in working on content with him. So I guess he started texting her saying, "Are you okay?" and all this, that, and the other. Now, when he was on Ren and Stimpy's show, he was saying that she was ugly, her weave was messed up. He was saying all this ridiculous stuff. And he keeps calling her dark skinned, but she's not dark skinned, as you guys can see from her picture. Not that it matters, but I think that that's just his way of trying to demean her in some kind of way. And he's dark skinned himself. Now, anytime anybody say anything about him, then he starts talking like, "Oh, black people we should be better than this," right? But now all of a sudden, it's okay for you to sit here and say all this colorist nonsense to women because you're trying to create tension between her and her friend or associate. And I think both of them are smart enough to probably see through his nonsense. Because like I said, he just don't have game like that. I'm sorry. If he got to do all of that to get attention from women, it just don't sound like he know how to do that. I'm sorry. Let me know what you guys think about this entire story. Now, I really think that the Ren and Stimpy show needs to get taken down anyway. If you guys are just over there trying to incite violence or incite issues between men and women, now we'd have heard about y'all claiming some girl had a gun in her purse, right? They tried to say the girl was about to pull a gun on DJ Academics. Now y'all saying another woman to slap slap the taste out of his mouth. I don't know. So maybe you guys need to stop trying to incite violence on your channel. And maybe YouTube need to send you guys a very clear message about that. I think that people should be able to debate about relationships or have discussions about relationships in an intelligent way without trying to demean or disrespect anyone. Because if you don't like her hair, so what? She's not interested in you, and she's already made that very clear more than one time. So it doesn't matter what you don't like about her. No one cares what you don't like, because it's not for you anyway. But anyway, she was saying that She said that he smells really bad when she was, cause I guess when the episode was going, she was sitting next to him, and that's how if she did reach out and touch him, that's how she was able to reach out and touch him because she was actually seated next to him, and she said that he smelled really, really bad. I don't know, and then Kwame was saying that somebody else said that as well. So I don't know. He has a lot of nerve though to go on a show like that with young people, and you over there acting the ass. Like, come on now. And you're a grown man. You only have to probably be most of those people that were sitting in that room's father, and then you in there talking crazy like that. Like he will do anything for attention. Anything for attention. It's clear. But anyway, what do you guys think about this whole thing? Let me know in the comments. He's claiming that he's going to file a police report, but the video is taken down. So if he don't have any evidence of this, then I don't know. Now, to my understanding, Ren and Stimpy do not want that type of smoke, right? They don't, because it then, like I said, it comes back to them. They are inciting violence. If you're sitting there allowing these men to say all this disrespectful stuff to these young women, and then, like I said, Tommy Sotomayor don't have a business being in there anyway. He's old enough to be all these people's father or grandfather. And then you in here saying all this crazy stuff to this girl after you already had her up in your house talking crazy. And now you talking about her father who just passed away. And, and you think that people are just supposed to sit there and let you talk to them like that? I don't get it at all. And I really hope that YouTube address some of these people that are on here. Like I said, you guys be acting like Tasha K is the problem, but it's some real problems here on YouTube. Okay. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about this whole story in the comments. Now, her name is Chay Means, and she spells Chay with a C, Chay. She said that she's going to have her Instagram back up. She has receipts of all these text messages that she was going back and forth with Tommy when they met, I guess, last year sometime, when she went to his house to work on this podcast. So look out for her Instagram page, and you guys can also go over to Kwame's page and watch his full interview with her. It's about 30 minutes long. He just kind of asked her what happened, and just tried to get the backstory on how she knew him, and all of that was explained as well. Now they're claiming that they don't get paid to go on this podcast. So what is the draw for you going on there? And now you've lost your Instagram page. So what are you getting out of going on these podcasts like this when these guys are not respecting women? I think Black women we really need to think hard on what we're doing with some of this, because he could call the police on her for real, if she did in fact hit him. And, she could find herself in even more problems, right? So we have to ask ourselves, is it worth it? Is it worth, having somebody talk to you like that can really make you go, have to step outside of yourself when you really don't want those problems. And you know that these people are filming you, right? So I don't know. I think these girls they're going to have to start taking a hard look at if it's worth it going on this podcast, because I really don't think that it is. There's so many other women here who have large platforms. You would do better by reaching out to Tasha K and trying to go on her platform, or one of these other girls who actually have guests, because all of them don't have guests. Like some of the girls with big numbers, they don't have people come in and sit in with them or do all that kind of stuff. But, there might be some other people here with large platforms, and you might do better by trying to just connect with the sisterhood than to be dealing with these retarded guys, because, let me not use that word, these ridiculous guys that are on here, because they don't have good intentions towards you. And Tommy don't have good intentions towards no one, because he probably more than likely have said some things about Ren and Stimpy, whether he would choose to admit to it or not. And he probably have taken the videos down. I think they were saying that he's been talking about them on OnlyFans. And so maybe he feel like they won't ever see that, the videos, maybe, but if somebody screenshot him talking about them and he's sitting on the phone lying, saying that he's never said anything about them, then they're going to know that they can't trust him. And they probably don't want to give him that video if this girl really reached out and touched him. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But I'm serious. I really think these girls need to think hard about going on these platforms with these guys that don't have good intentions towards you like that, because you can find yourself in a lot of trouble because they are filming you and they do not care what happens to you. It is pretty clear, okay, that they don't care. Because if they care, they would protect you from jump. They would tell these guys not to disrespect you, not to raise their voice at you. You know what I'm saying? They would say these things ahead of time before you even walk in there. So they do not care what happens to you at all. So let's be mindful of that when we're going on these platforms. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.